I'm Matt with the etrailer. Today we're going to be talking about two of CTEX chargers. One of them is going to be the MUS, the other one's going to be the MXS. These are both going to be very versatile chargers for your batteries, whether you have something more like an ATV, something more like a toy, or on the other side where you're going to have your vehicle that's just been sitting around for a little bit. Both of these are going to be able to get the job done. And if you decide to go with either one of these, please let us know what you're pairing it up with. Even snap a picture, let us see what your journey looks like. Now, they're going to have a lot in common. They're going to actually use the same process, which is going to be an 8-stage process for charging and maintaining those batteries. But they are going to have some things that separate them. So let's talk about that. So the biggest difference between the two is that the MUS is going to have some more diagnostic features to it. So what I mean by that is you'll notice there's a few more words when it comes to the diagrams here. It's going to be a battery, start power, and alternator. This is going to have the ability to not only check your battery, but your start power when you're starting your vehicle, and also check your alternator at the same time. And let's talk about how those are going to work. Let's talk about the modes. So we're going to have 4 different modes for the MUS. They're going to have one for your smaller vehicles, one for your regular sized vehicles like your cars. We're going to have one for cold weather conditions, and one for your reconditioning, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But let's just focus on how this is going to work. So if I want to check my battery, right now it's already checking my battery for your regular sized vehicles. If I want to do the start power, just press that mode. Now it's charging my battery and checking your start power. Press it once more, you get to check the alternator. And again, we can check both the start power and the alternator at the same time. It's going to work the same way for your smaller vehicles like your ATVs or side-by-sides. And the same process. We can start to check the start power, alternator, and both. Now with the MXS, this one's going to be a simpler design. We're still going to be able to charge our smaller vehicles, our regular vehicles, but now we can also charge our AGM batteries. On top of that, we'll be able to charge EFB batteries. So this is going to be a little bit more versatile with the type of lead acid batteries we can charge. And we're going to still have that reconditioning mode. And up here you can see that 8-step process for charging your battery. But other than that, they're pretty much going to be the same. Now when we're focusing on the modes, the small vehicle and the regular size vehicle, that's going to be pretty self-explanatory with how that works. Now when it comes to AGM, that's just for those different types of lead acid batteries. And the cold weather symbol is just for those really cold climates. Now the last one that they're both going to have in common is going to be that recon mode, which is a little bit different. And that's going to be a mode that kind of give your battery a second chance at life. The way this works is this is going to throw some extra voltage at your battery, and this is going to help that water and that acid mix together so you can start running again. And the way this is going to connect to your battery is going to be the same way for either one. You can either use the alligator clamps, they do it the old-fashioned way. The way I like to do it though is going to be something that uses a quick connect. So the way this works is we're going to have 2 eyelets that connect to your battery, and this turns it into just a plug and play. So you can see right here, I just plug it into this existing plug that I connected to the battery, and then I'm ready to charge. In my opinion, I think both of these are going to be solid options for you. Now, if you're trying to figure out which one to go with still, then I'd recommend going with the MUS if you're looking for a charger with more diagnostic capabilities. If you're looking for a charger to work with your EFB battery though, then I'd recommend going with the MXS. But the way in which they perform or how they work is going to be the same process. And if you have any other questions, please let us know here at etrailer. But again, I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.